Carlos Alcaraz admitted that he wanted to emulate the Big Three rivalry despite struggling with other comparisons to Rafael Nadal and co. Carlos Alcaraz is embracing elements of the comparisons he has received during his young career. The world number 2 has been tipped to follow the legacy of Novak Djokovic, Rafael Nadal and Roger Federer in more ways than one. Alcaraz's rivalry with Jannik Sinner has previously been likened to the Big Three, and the Spaniard has now shared his ambitious goal to replicate their rivalry with the 22-year-old. Alcaraz has long received comparisons to the likes of Djokovic and Nadal, from being tipped to surpass their records to being touted as the next Nadal. It has led to some criticism from his coach Juan Carlos Ferrero, who said the claims weighed on his charge's shoulders. But the US Open champion appears to be embracing one aspect of the comparisons, as he made a bold claim about his rivalry with Sinner, wishing to become the new Big Three. Ahead of his title defense in Barcelona, the teenager said, "We're both very young and we've had fights for big things, and every time we play it's a lot of fun to watch. I hope to have the same rivalry with Sinner that has existed between the Big Three. With Jannik, we also get along very well off the track." Top players like Juan Martín del Potro have already likened the two to Federer and Nadal, while Alcaraz, Sinner and Holger Rune have been tipped to become the next Big Three by many. The young trio have big shoes to fill if they are to take the baton from the Big Three, with Federer already retired and Djokovic and Nadal entering their late 30s. And Alcaraz isn't intimidated if his ambitious aim is anything to go by. The Spaniard has already faced Sinner 6 times and the pair are all square with 3 wins apiece. They met in back-to-back semifinals in Indian Wells and Miami, with Alcaraz winning in California and going on to lift the title. It was the world number 8 who got revenge in Miami less than 2 weeks later, but he went on to lose the final to Daniil Medvedev. And their rival even caught the eye of one of the Big Three members themselves, as Djokovic talked up Alcaraz and Sinner's contests. "I did follow some of the matches from Indian Wells and Miami. Highlights more than the entire match, not much patience for that, but I saw some spectacular points, especially from Alcaraz, Sinner, Medvedev," the world number 1 said as he returned to action in Monte Carlo after missing Indian Wells and Miami. "I think it's a great rivalry that's coming up between Alcaraz and Sinner. It's good for our sport.